Welcome to another college basketball live stream on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Kick at Sports Kick John. Set for another Mid-American Conference battle as the undefeated and 22nd ranked Miami of Ohio Redhawks entertain the Falcons of Bowling Green. We'll preview this game in just a moment. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for looking upon us, Lord, and please can protect these players, fans, coaches tonight. Please keep everyone safe, trainers alike, Lord, and please continue to will among us and look over us as we ask and pray this in your name. Amen. All right, here we go. Redhawks and Falcons. Redhawks, the last undefeated team in the country. They are in at 26-0 on the season. 13-0 in the Mid-American Conference. Bowling Green comes in 16-11 overall, 7-7 in the Mid-American Conference. Miami of Ohio looking to keep that undefeated season alive. Counting this game, they have 5 games remaining on the season. This is their next to last home game of the year at Millett Hall. They are on the road for 2 straight following this game tonight. These two teams met back at the end of December, and Miami of Ohio picked up a 10-point win over Bowling Green, 93-83 in that matchup back at the end of December. So Bowling Green looks to play spoiler tonight to the Redhawks' undefeated season. And this is an important game for Miami, not only to stay undefeated, but in the MAC standings, because Akron just won at Ball State. So Akron is at the moment just a half game behind Miami in the MAC standings. Miami's at 13-0 in the MAC. Akron now 13-1. Those teams only meet one time this year, and they already met with Miami winning that game. So Miami looking to stay undefeated and also looking to stay a game ahead of Akron in the Mid-American Conference standings. And another big crowd and raucous crowd on hand at Millett Hall tonight in Oxford. Good thing this game wasn't last night, as there was some nasty weather that went through the Midwest last night. But the bad weather is behind us. It's just cold now, as we are set to go between the Falcons and the Redhawks, as we are just about 4 minutes away from tip. Tip-off did get pushed back 10 minutes to 8:40 Eastern due to the length of the previous game, the Akron-Ball State games. This game's airing on CBS Sports Network tonight. So I think that the Akron-Ball State game that preceded it went a little long, so they pushed tip-off back 10 minutes here in this one. So let's look at this game. Miami of Ohio on the season. Boy, can this team score the basketball. They average over 92 points a contest. They give up a little over 74 a game. Meanwhile, this is a Bowling Green team that can score as well. They score 82 a contest while only giving up 70.5 a game. I mentioned the first meeting was 93-83 in favor of Miami. Miami coming off a hard-fought win over UMass on Tuesday. Coming into this game, Bowling Green coming off a loss to Kent State on Tuesday. They had won their previous 2 before that. They're coming in right at 500 in conference play at 7-7 on the season. Now, the MAC is a conference where only the top 8 teams qualify for the postseason tournament. Bowling Green currently sits in 6th right now, 1 game ahead of UMass and a game and a half ahead of Buffalo. So positioning still very, very key here, as you have to finish in the top 8 to qualify for the MAC tournament. I'm not a real big fan of that rule. I know you got these mega conferences now, so it makes it a little difficult. But I mean, if you're inviting the teams in to the league, and the MAC's been doing this for a while, but I mean, I think you've got to allow all your teams to play in the tournament. That's how I see it. But the MAC has been an 8-team conference tournament for as long as I remember. So we will see how that plays out. Positioning playing out here in the final roughly 2.5 weeks to go in the regular season. A couple other top 25 teams in action tonight. Number 18, St. Louis. They're trailing VCU 57-51. St. Louis coming off a loss the other night at Rhode Island. And then the Battle of Indiana up in West Lafayette. Indiana and number 7, Purdue. Purdue leading 26-14 with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. We are set for the Falcons and the Redhawks. I said Miami scores about 92 points a game. On the season, they have 6 players average in double figures and one just shy of it at 9.9. So they've got a lot of players that can score the basketball on this Miami team. Bowling Green has 4 players average in double figures. Javonte Campbell leading the way for Bowling Green, 18.6 points per game. So we are just about set for tip in Oxford. Between Bowling Green and Miami. Line's taken off Miami, an 8.5-point favorite. Starting lineups are as follows. For Bowling Green, it will be Troy Glover II, Sam Towns with the 3 guards, Josiah Shackelford, Justin Thomas, and Javonte Campbell. Miami going with Antoine Woolfolk, Ian Elmer with the 3 guards, Eli Yofan getting the start tonight with Peter Suter and Luke Skaljak in the backcourt. So here we go. Officiating crew tonight assigned by the Mid-American Conference, Brian McAnally, King Whetstone, and Jordan Love. Not the Packers quarterback, Jordan Love. Students out in full support once again. Travis Steele in his 4th year as head coach of the Miami Redhawks. On the other side, Todd Simon in his 3rd year at the helm at Bowling Green. So here we go. Falcons and Redhawks. Here's the tip, and it is controlled by the Falcons of Bowling Green, and we are underway. First possession of the ball game. Here's a bounce pass inside. And the turnaround jumper off balance, up and good to start the scoring. I said I was wrong. I said Bowling Green controlled the tip. That was Miami, and here Bowling Green gets a turnover to start the game. Redhawks going in their black uniform style. I think that's what threw me a little bit. Bowling Green going in their orange uniforms. Redhawks bringing up the floor here. Suter on the outside. A nice pass inside. Woolfolk, no, off the glass, but he draws a foul. And Antoine Woolfolk will head to the line. Foul is called on Javonte Campbell. That'll be his first. Antoine Woolfolk at the line to shoot 2. First free throw's good. Woolfolk 59% at the line on the season. Second one coming for Woolfolk. Missed that one. Rebound pulled down by Bowling Green as Sam Towns gets the rebound. 3-0 lead for the Redhawks, nearly a minute in. On the outside here is Justin Thomas. And off for a three-pointer. That's around the rim and off from Shackelford. Rebound pulled down by the Redhawks. And now atop of the key, three-pointer by Skaljak is too strong. And Bowling Green comes out with the rebound and then a reach-in foul on Miami. First foul of the game on the Redhawks. This one goes against Luke Skaljak. That'll be a side out of bounds for Bowling Green. First substitution into the game. Brant Byers, who's been getting the start, but coming off the bench as the sixth man tonight. Justin Thomas will inbound at quarter court. Here come the Falcons. Here's Towns on the outside. And Javonte Campbell. Pass it goes inside. And the Falcons working it around here. Now the drive inside with the right hand and scoring Bowling Green's first 2 points of the game. Sam Towns with the basket to make it 3-2. Woolfolk with it. Woolfolk drives. Woolfolk gets in the paint, shoots it too strong. Rebound pulled down by Shackelford of Bowling Green. Shackelford brings it up the floor. Shackelford out to Towns. Working it around the arc. Now Javonte Campbell with it, and he will reset the offense for Bowling Green. Campbell with 10 to shoot. Campbell looking to drive, cannot. Now kicks it off into the corner. Shot clock down to 3. Bowling Green going to have to get a shot off here. Here's a three-pointer. That's good. Javonte Campbell with the shot clock running down hits a 3 and gives Bowling Green their first lead at 5-3. Skaljak kicks it outside. Elmer now trying to get a shot. He'll turn and miss. Rebound pulled down by Justin Thomas. Good defense here so far for Bowling Green. Ooh, Thomas thought about the 3, but passed it up. And now the Falcons reset. On the outside now is Sam Towns. Towns looking to drive. Now we'll get inside to the foul line. Passes outside to Shackelford. Shackelford back on the outside. Here's a 3. That's too strong. Rebound Elmer of Miami. Bounce pass into Woolfolk. Woolfolk drives. Woolfolk gets loose underneath for a score as he lost the defender, and it's tied at 5. 3.5 minutes old here in this first half. A nice pass inside, but it's blocked from behind by, I think that was Byers that got that block. And now a three-pointer is good. Fresh off the block, a three-pointer for Peter Suter. And Miami is back in front 8-5. Bowling Green with it. Campbell. Now on the drive, right hand layup up and good. 8-7 ball game. Troy Glover with that layup. And now another deep 3. That's no good for Miami. Rebound pulled down by Justin Thomas. And underneath for a dunk on a great feed to Glover. And the Falcons lead 9-8. Up the floor comes Skaljak of the Redhawks. Off to Suter. Suter drives, kicks it outside. Skaljak for 3. That's good. Luke Skaljak with his first field goal. It's a long-range one, and the Redhawks are back in front at 11-9. Javonte Campbell on the outside for the Falcons. Campbell to the left side of Shackelford. Shackelford tries to drive, cannot. Now will give it off. And the turnaround in the paint is up and good for Justin Thomas for his first two. Fast-paced start here. We're tied at 11. And another long jumper is up and good. That's a long two. Bowling Green looking to answer. Foul line jumper. That's well short. And out of bounds it goes. And that will bring us to our first timeout. 13-11 Redhawks early on. All right, folks, here I with you. I am just now realizing I forgot to change the title on my stream here from Tuesday, so it's still showing up as game from the other day that I did. Early shooting numbers, Bowling Green 5 of 9 for 56%. Actually, both teams are 5 of 9 for 56%. Peter Suter and Luke Skaljak 5 points apiece in the early going. Update on those other top 25 games in progress. St. Louis has battled back to take a 66-59 lead over VCU, and Purdue up 38-24 on Indiana. Those are the only other top 25 teams in action tonight. Fridays are usually pretty light slate in college basketball. Here it's an early 13-11 lead for Miami over Bowling Green. And it will be an under the basket inbound here for the Falcons. Inbound it comes. And we've got a foul underneath. This one's going to go against Trey Perry, who just checked in. They're at the timeout for Miami. Falcons get it in. Nice pass inside to Thomas, but he can't convert the short jumper. But an offensive rebound for the Falcons, and they have a fresh 20. And now driving inside, layup up and good. That's Mayar Wohl, who just checked in at the timeout, getting that basket. Byers trying to answer with a three at the other end for Miami, cannot. And it's rebounded by the Falcons. And now coast to coast off the glass, no good on the shot from Javonte Campbell. And back comes Miami. Byers with an NBA three. That's an air ball. That was not a good shot. Did he get fouled, though? There was indeed a foul. That was A terrible foul by Bowling Green because Byers was way back there as he hits the first free throw. Josiah Shackelford on the foul. Second of three, no good this time. One more coming for Byers. And he hits two of the three. 15-13 Miami. 13 and a half to go here in the opening half. Javonte Campbell with it for the Falcons. Kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas now looking to drive. Kicks it out for a wide open three that is good. Sam Towns with a three-pointer. Puts Bowling Green in front by one. 16-15. Byers with it for Miami. He'll drive inside against the double team and score. Brant Byers with the layup, 17-16 Redhawks. Back and forth we go. Wall with the jumper. That's too strong, and then we have a foul underneath. This one's going to go against Bowling Green. It'll be their third foul of the half. However, it will be the second on Josiah Shackelford. So he will have to go to the bench here. Redhawks bring it up the floor. Nice pass inside, but a kick out for a three that is short. Rebound Bowling Green. Looked like the Redhawks had an easy layup there, but decided to kick that out. Off balance shot underneath the basket. No good at the other end, and back come the Redhawks. Byers bumped, lost it. Bowling Green on a steal ahead of the floor. Towns, he'll kick it outside. Now Thomas drives inside, too strong, but he'll follow up his own miss and score. 18-17 Falcons. And now we have a stoppage. Looks like Byers is a little shaken up here for the Redhawks. Byers has a bloody nose, it looks like, so they're going to have to get that stopped. Looks like he got hit in the nose on that previous possession. Here's Elmer, outside to Suter. Suter will pull up for a long two and got it. Peter Suter with 7 for Miami, and they're back in front by 1, 19-18. Shackelford kicks it outside, a three-pointer and a foul on a three-point shot. I think they're going to get Justin Kirby with the foul. So 3 free throws for Bowling Green after the under 12 timeout. 19-18 Redhawks. 11 and a half to go first half. Reached the half in West Lafayette. Number 7, Purdue leading Indiana 46-32. Miami still shooting 50% in this game, 7 of 14. Bowling Green, 8 of 17 for 47%. Early rebound edge for the Falcons at 11-6. Been a pretty clean game. There's just been one turnover so far. (19-18) the score. Miami leads Bowling Green, but Bowling Green will be at the line for 3 free throws. In fact, they've got Brand Byers' nosebleed stopped. So here come free throws. First of 3, up and good. Javon Ruffin at the line for the Falcons. Second of 2, also good. Puts the Falcons in front. And hits them all. (21-19) Falcons. Suter. Bounce pass outside to Skaljak. Skaljak will try a three-pointer. That's good. Luke Skaljak with a 3. (22-21) Redhawks back in front. Skaljak with 8 here in the half. Javonte Campbell with the bounce pass. Now outside. This is now Towns. Sam Towns on the drive, stripped and stolen. Back come the Redhawks on a steal. Alley-oop inside and the finish. On a great feed to Justin Kirby. And it's 24-21 Miami. Bowling Green trying for the tie. No. Rebound to Elmer. Atlason for 3. That's good, but it's not going to count. We've got an offensive foul on Miami underneath the basket. It's like they got Peter Suter with the push-off. So Bowling Green with it. They almost turn it over again. And a triple team. They kick it outside with 5 to shoot. Here comes the three-pointer. That's way off the mark. Back come the Redhawks. And we've got a blocking foul underneath on Bowling Green. This is going to go against Glover. That'll be his first and the team's 4th. Be a side out of bounds, or bound to the basket out of bounds, I should say, for Miami. On the inbound, it comes into Woolfolk. Woolfolk spins. Woolfolk off the glass and in. Antoine Woolfolk now with 5. And the Redhawks lead now by 5 as they're on a 7-0 run. Bowling Green needing a basket here to try to stop this Miami run. There's a nice bounce pass underneath, and the right-hand hook shot's too strong, however. Rebound to the Redhawks, but they turn it over. Bowling Green gets the steal, and now we have a stoppage of play with 8:58. So following the stoppage, it is Bowling Green ball. And that's knocked away, and it will stay with the Falcons with 13 on the shot clock. Mayar Wool checks back in for the Falcon. That's going to be a travel. Campbell a little unsure what he wanted to do with that and picked up the pivot foot, and that'll be Bowling Green's 3rd turnover. Skaljack will bring it up the floor for the Redhawks with 8.5 to go in the first half. Miami almost turns it over, but a nice save. Bounce pass into Suter, who missed the layup. And Bowling Green gets the rebound. Boy, Suter missed a point-blank layup right there. Here's Campbell. Campbell, off it goes for a 3-pointer that is too strong. Bowling Green now 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. Skaljack, top of the key, 3-pointer, too strong. Rebound, Bowling Green. Towns. Towns now driving. Towns gets cut off. Will kick it back out. And Bowling Green resetting the offense with 7.5 to go in the first half. Five to shoot now. Got to get up a shot here. Left-hand hook is no good. Rebound Woolfolk of Miami. So a little bit of a scoring drought here for the Falcons. Suter with it. Suter on the drive. Suter, right-hand layup, counted and one. Peter Suter going to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. 28-21 Redhawks. Now on a 9-0 run. If anybody's, I'm seeing the view count here. If anybody's tuning in for the first time, I failed to update the title here from my live stream on Tuesday. This is not Miami of Ohio and UMass like it was on Tuesday. It's Bowling Green and Miami, but I cannot get the title to update for some reason. So I might try something here at halftime. To try to get that title to update because for some reason it will not update. But it's my own dumb fault for forgetting to change the title in the first place. Miami's really up their shooting in this game, 11 of 19 for 58%. Bowling Green in a little bit of a shooting drought here as they've fallen now to 36%, 8 of 22. Nine points for Peter Suter leads the way so far for Miami. Bowling Green is led by Sam Towns with 5 points. Reboot from scratch to update. Thank you, Ronnie, in the live chat. An error occurred. Of course it did. I'll tell you what, at the half, I'm going to pause the stream for like a minute when we're going into halftime and update it that way. But I'll wait till the half to do that. Appreciate that in the live chat there, Ronnie. And actually coming up at the half, do it on a commercial run. I could do it at the next time out. Actually, I can do. That's a good idea. Yeah, because at the half, I wanted to get to a lot of stuff. At the half, we're going to run down the college basketball scoreboard, run down some other sports news, and give you the latest bracketology. I wanted to do all that at the half. Suter completes the three-point play, and all of a sudden, the Redhawk lead is 8 at 29-21. 4.5-minute scoring drought here for the Falcons. They need a basket here. Campbell with it on the outside, looking to drive. Instead, will pass it off. And the Falcons working it around the perimeter. Justin Thomas. Off now to Javon Ruffin. Shot clock down to 3. The drive, left-hand layup is good by Campbell, and that will stop the scoring drought for the Falcons. 29-23. Miami at the other end. Dangerous pass, but a nice play by Skaljak to knock it off of Campbell as he was going out of bounds. It will stay with Miami. Miami to inbound with 16 on the shot clock. And then it comes to Skaljak. Skaljak looking to drive. Now gets inside. Has it stripped for a moment. Gets it back. Puts it up with the left hand and scores. Skaljak into double figures as he joins Suter with 10 points. 31-23. Lead back to 8 for Miami. And the tough shot inside for Bowling Green is good, but I don't think it's going to count. They're going to get a foul before the shot. If they got Suter, which I think they did, yeah, that's his second. So Suter with 2 fouls for Miami. So he's going to have to go to the bench. With 10 points here in the first half. Under the basket inbound for the Falcons. And it comes to Thomas. Thomas spins. Thomas traveled. Turnover number 4 for Bowling Green. Been a pretty clean first half. Only 7 combined turnovers. Coast to coast counted and a foul. Skaljak took that the distance and got the layup and won. And he will go to try to complete the three-point play. Foul is on Sam Towns. And a three-point opportunity as the Redhawks have built a double-digit lead now. Three-point play is good. 34-23 Miami. Miami will be shooting free throws on each Bowling Green foul here for the rest of the half. Off to Ruffin now. Ruffin back outside to Campbell. Campbell looking to set up the offense, finds Towns on the outside. Towns looking to drive. Towns cut off by Woolfolk, gets it back outside to Campbell. 3 to shoot. Campbell driving, shooting, missing, short. Great defensive stand for Miami. And back come the Redhawks. Bounce pass inside to Woolfolk. Woolfolk turns, lays it up, no good. It caromed off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Bowling Green. Ruffin brings it up the floor for the Falcons. Ruffin kicks it outside for a three-pointer. That's short. Rebound to Byers. Byers brings it up across the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Skowjak. Skowjak on the edge of the Miami M logo at midcourt. Skowjak now tries the top of the key three, and it's good. Luke Skowjak with a hot hand here in the first half. Timeout Bowling Green. It's a 16-point first half for Luke Skowjak. And this will serve as the under 4 timeout with 4:27 to go in the half. All of a sudden, the Redhawks up 37-23 on Bowling Green. Folks, I am going to do a brief pause to try and update this title screen here real quick. I will be right back with you momentarily.